ether. Figured it's nice. 0% chance of precipitation. I don't believe that one bit. However, life's about taking chances. So, out here, enjoying the weather, doing some crafting. Just brought all this stuff out. And, almost out of wire, which is wild. Never been this close to being out of wire before. I'm using this, I believe it was 19 strands electrical copper. And I just bought some beads out here. Hi, Kitten. Kitten's like, why are you in my outdoors? Yeah. What's up? Yes, kitten. Yes, it can eat us snake. You're not getting my hands. You're not getting them. You're not getting my hands. Can you though? Getting toxoplasmosis all over my craft supplies. Hi, kitten. She is our swamp cat. Let me make sure this is up. Please excuse my face. Hi, kitten. You want something? Let me put some food down for you. I swear if we walk over there and it's a full bowl. Very nice. Whoop. Anywho, that's some of these, and I already broke a few to make sure that they are not painted. And just seed beads, and they're quite larger, so I think these are gonna look gorgeous. I really like this kind of translucent, but has a metallic foil on the inside. These green, just your basic seed beads. They look gorgeous with copper. It makes them like glow like emeralds. Yep. Starting emerald chain from scratch. This is gonna look really nice with the not turkey wings, lion's paw shells. Ooh, I almost poked myself good. It's so quiet out here. Just poked myself. Hello, Six Pack America. American. Howdy do. Just doing some crafts outside here in Southeast Florida, in the swamps. Took a break on growing some plants, trying to get some soil, pretty much out of soil, but I want to start a bunch of cuttings. I don't know if you can see this tree. Nope. Look at this branch. Yeah, mulberry tree. Got 2 varieties thus far, however, always looking for more. And ooh, just finished season, and so my hand's starting to lose its stains. As mulberries do stain, they are vibrant. I actually drew a few drawings with them. Because if they stain, that means they'll stain paper, which could be quite fun. And the fruits themselves are some of my favorite fruit. I think it's between mangoes and mulberries. Love me some fruit. Just making sure it's all tucked in so it doesn't grab onto fibers. And it goes slow, but this makes such a strong chain. That's the ones that I made so far. Just did this one last night, which nice green glass beads. And this also, all of them fit the charms. And you could pick your own charms. And I can make them custom also. Got tons of molds. I really like making resin charms because I could add all the stuff that I forage into them and preserve the stuff forever. And don't mind me saying, I think they look pretty dope, especially together. This is the first one that I made. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a ton of these. And recently started using some of the shells that I find. Really into beachcombing. It's so structurally sound. That's the Alp shell with some carnelian on it. This is what I look like if it, you know, like this. This is what I'd look like if it was part scallop. It's kind of bright out there. Oh, I could put this on the green one. Yeah. Will fit. Fits. All this is made from salvaged electrical copper wire. I think that's so cool because A, it's just scraps, so they were just gonna end up in a garbage can. And B, what is B again? Oh yeah, electricity has flown through this wire, so I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's quite nice. scallop from Blue Heron Bridge, Singer Islands, here in Florida. We've got some plain stuff. It's like, and I can make them longer, or shorter, anklets, bracelets, belts. Hi, Kitten again. I, yeah. Pretty nice, I think. I finally got it to muscle memory, so I do the perfect tail amount so I don't have to cut anything off. Even though every little bit I cut off I save. And then when this is full, I'll melt it down. Because copper melts really easily. And I just use a microtorch. Microtorch like one would use for creme brulee. And it balls up. So when you heat the copper and when it melts, it balls up. So you can make perfect little spheres. And I haven't gotten perfect spheres yet. I even got a honeycomb like solder plate, and I still can't get perfect spheres. But however, they ball up spherically, vaguely spherically. And same thing with sterling. And copper, sterling, and brass not only looks really nice together, but it also solders really easily together. I've given copper solder, like color match solder, a chance, but for some reason I couldn't get it to flow at all. Yes, 3 things. It does take a little bit of time, but it's very worth it because it makes such a sturdy chain. Let me make sure I don't pull it where. This is why I just put little tiny hooks for your closure, because the chain is so sturdy that if you're running through the forest and get caught on a branch, the shit would hurt. And I don't want that. So I put just a simple, and the hooks are also made with salvage electrical wire. That's what I got in. And yeah, very sturdy chain. I used to usually use head pins, stuff like that, from craft stores. However, a lot of the metal is like painted or plated, and so that it begins to chip, which doesn't look very attractive, and just the tarnishing rate, the rate of tarnish is just intense, and I can't really, I don't know, I hate wasting time more than anything. Time isn't money. Time is far more valuable than money. And you know, putting a few hours into a necklace and then you hang it and wait for it to sell and then you look at it again and it's all tarnished. Nah, I'll never use that again. So maybe one day when I have enough I could get some solder, I mean, not solder, Jesus, sterling wire and stuff like that. But right now I'm gonna keep it to copper because it's the only thing I trust right now. And a lot of things are just absolute trash at craft stores. Like, you can get copper wire there, but you gotta make sure it's copper and it's not just plated whatever. And then the beads. Beads just like these, seed beads. I don't know why the hell you'd waste time painting them. You know, I'm sure it saves money. But just an absolute waste of time. Unless you're using them to like make maybe a wind chime or something. An indoor wind chime. Because the seed beads, when they're painted, within a week, the paint is like fading and they're white and splotchy looking. Horrific. And seed bead, a lot of people use them for weaving. And that takes hours. And then, oh my gosh, no. So, before I buy any seed beads, if I do buy them, rather than coming across them, like on OfferUp and stuff like that in craft kits, I will look inside of them, inside of the hole, and you'll see, if it's white, they're painted. And if you can't tell, unfortunately you have to break one, and sometimes you can't like just get one out of a package, but at least get one package and just break one before you get more. And if the inside of the bead is white, they're painted. I'd rather colored glass that will never, ever degrade. Oh man, I did not attach it to the chain. Before I close to the last loop, I attach it so it's, because you can't just open them. they're wrapped shut completely. That's what makes them so sturdy and durable. Everybody's talking at me. I don't hear a word they're saying. Only the echoes of my mind. People stop and stare, but I can't see their faces. Only the shadows of their eyes. I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. Ooh. I can't sing. Banking on a northeast wind, sailing on summer breeze, skipping on the ocean like a stone. I don't know, but that part always makes me think of Ooga Chaka, Ooga Chaka. I love that song though. Deep inside of me. How does it go? What you mean? Everything's a rip. Hooked on a feeling, high on believing. don't feel. I am still working on that. It's going to be a porch. Kind of forgot how to do it. Just gonna work on this later. Aren't those cool? Crazy. Oh God, happy Easter. Happy Easter. Wonderful. I think Ostara, spring equinox is the 14th. It's March, right? Yes. Promise myself, treat myself, visit a new light. To pull myself up, and an effort to make clear to you what I said. To stay in the lurch of the church where people were praying. Oh, saying, oh, that's tough. She stood in no points in us. May as well go home. As I did on my own, alone again. Naturally, think about her. Forgot. Cheerful, bright, and gay. Who's that? Gilbert O'Sullivan. Forgot what song I was trying to learn. Oh. I haven't played guitar in like 5 years. Just maybe here and there a little bit. It's amazing how much you can forget without practicing. Like, my hands feel like they've never held a guitar before. It's wild. I went from playing every single day to my pig rest in paradise position. Yeah. This planet sucks without a pig. I'm just gonna be real for a second. Okay, second's over. I love this planet a lot. It's so cool. It's like the coolest planet I've ever been off. I do love this planet. Look at me on it. Ha! Chilling on the planet. Literally on it. Planet. This planet is mad chill. Heck yeah. Could have time in a bottle. Jim Croce again. song's so good. I can't remember the lyrics. One song I remember, I loved this song when I was a kid. 90% of like the earliest music I was putting on for myself came from like sounds of the 60s or sounds of the 70s. You know, like the best hit, like best of. And there's this one song called Seasons in the Sun. And I was on all those mixes. And anytime I'd be a little depressed, I would just blast it. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but the sun in the sun, I forgot. Really, really depressing song, but, you know, real. I love depressing music though. I got like that song. Well, Gilbert O'Sullivan, Alone Again. What a dark song, but it's super brilliant. MASH theme song, of course. I believe that song was written kind of as a joke. It's like the producer's son or somebody, a son of somebody, and MASH is that old TV show that used to be on, like, well, I think it's on, like, MeTV now, but, you know, early morning fog I see, vision of the things to be. I realized and I could see that self-deletion is painless. There's horseflies. I'll never forget when I was a kid, I almost drowned myself because I was hiding from a horsefly. I was on the surface of this pool. It was at my uncle's condominium. Six Flags. When it's too quiet, I just like my mind turns into a jukebox or something, or like a car radio scanning. Definitely, it takes a while, but I really love how it looks, especially that green. I don't know if you can really see it. I really like how it looks with the copper. this necklace I got at a yard sale when I was in middle school. I just thought it was quite interesting. Reminds me of an owl. Got this little useless bit, which goes into the jar. And it's not useless. I will just take a microtorch to it and bead the end of it. And then use it as a little pin. Love these. It's like cowrie shell and cloves. But how it hangs, it doesn't really touch your skin, so you can put essential oil on it. Ah! And to do this, all you do is take some cloves, store-bought cloves, and soak them in water. And then you can poke needles through it. I think they look pretty cool. And, yeah, clothes. For a while I was making hair clips with them. Supposed to go to the Lao New Year's at the Theravada temple, but no one cares about Jimmy. That's okay. Does piss me off a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm forgetting what the definition of friend means, to be honest. I think the times we're in has kind of been, I don't know. Times we're in is making everybody placid. Like, stagnant. You know what happens to water when it stagnates? Gnarly. Gnarly. Gnarly shite. I thought we got 70% water or whatever. But whatever. All I could say is, I don't know what to say, to be honest. But I think people should be their own best friend anyways. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just forgetful. Oh God, why did you bore me with the ability to not care? Because I feel like I should, but I don't. Nap time, for real. guitar in like 5 years, but Snappo got me a guitar. I just picked out a Washburn. And great guitar. Gave my dad one once and he refuses to play it because he looked it up and he found one for $100 online and he deems himself a princess, I guess. I'm too shy. My hands are like shaking. This is the part I'm trying to like bust through. My hands can't operate. I'm not even in front of a human being. woodpecker. Good try to show you. Oh, just ran away. Started trying to, this shirt's got bones in it. I wish I had the balls to play and sing and do all those things. I'm working on eroding my own ego. I want it gone. It was pretty cool. Yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, I was sitting out here and on a blanket and everything, a big black racer came by and went on my blanket and everything. My excitement scared the heck out of it, but I went over and sat by a log and I was able to get it on film. I haven't posted it, but I will. There's some beautiful sounding birds here in Florida. There's one that they usually travel in pairs. I always see them flying over and they look prehistoric. And they're just like, it's yeah. Very prehistoric looking. Yep, I love aviation. Song and stuff like that. Oh, I thought it said hi. It said hot. Oh, dude. Actually, quite cold. That was cool to see. I like helicopter seeds. I don't think I have any. Raptors. Well, it's a bracelet this far. But let me readjust. Ah! You sit weird and you stand up immediately. Here's the first jig I made to make chain links. And it's just a literal scrap of wood. Use it for a few things. I just drift some nails in it. I have a proper jig now. It's just for bending wires and interesting shapes. And you got these round things that you put in the grid so you can make designs and remake them. Hiccups. I don't really talk this much in person, so I could feel like my voice, not losing my voice, but definitely a difference. very cool. I really want to mess with paracord. Started actually. It's right up there, so I can grab it. Ow! Oh, long skirts don't work. My cup, because this stuff is dusty. This rope was old and dry rotted. I really needed a welcome mat, so I start crocheting it. It works really well. It's just very dusty. I think I did double curve. Regular crochet. No. I just did basic. Not very good at crochet, but I really enjoy it. I think that's what I do. Another one, see if it lines up. Skip another reissue. That's done. Ooh! I don't know if you can see. It's over grass. And this way this stuff is becoming a welcome mat, an outdoor like foot mat, even maybe by the hot tub thing. Because I'm always walking around barefoot, so I always need a place to wipe my feet off, to be honest. And it works really easily, brilliant. I want to try with paracord too, because crochet you could just pull one end and it'll just come all undone. And I think I'm going to be crocheting some, like, essentially a pot holder, but not for heat, unless there's like heat resilient paracord. I'm sure there is. But there's all kinds of like grabby things, like a pot holder or a washcloth, but crocheted with paracord, because you could use it for like holding things, and but then you have all that paracord with you. And I really like that about the paracord crafting community. How did you say that? The people who work with paracord, because it's like hiding rope and cordage in your packs. I think that's brilliant. Like those bracelets that are, it has a ferro rod, a compass, all kinds of stuff in it. I really want to get some ferro rods, especially the bars, because I'm working on, if you look it up, it's called Chatelaine, I believe, and I see them making like a huge resurgence, which I'm surprised I don't know how to pronounce it yet. It's something I've read about for a long time. I always wanted one. In Victorian days, they would wear these charm holders, and it would have everything on it: scissors, magnifying glass, anything you could think of will be on this. Keys, and Chatelaine, or Chantelane? Chatelaine, Chatelaine, it's a French word. And really, so I'm making one with copper for camping, and I have nutmeg on it. I want to make a little how do you say, like, what is that, a shredder, maybe? Shredder, a little nutmeg shredder. And I'm just gonna take a piece of sheet metal, any type, anything that's like food safe and strong that won't chip off, and just poke holes in it, and then make a sharp surface, and then hide that in like a tube. So the tube will just pull up, and then it'll reveal the little thing, and because that will pull on fabric like crazy. And so I have nutmeg on it. I wanted a ferrum rod and a blade, and or a piece of flint. I'm not in an area that I can find flint rock, so if anybody is and wants to mail it to a random Floridian, okay, I'll mail back handmade goods, that's for sure. Always wanted some pieces of flint rock, but more than just like one single piece. I can find it pretty affordable online, but I'm sure it takes a little getting used to, and I have a fear I'm just gonna break it like first try. I'm not sure if that's a valid fear or not, because I don't have any experience with flint rock yet. But I'm on it. I just got hit with hunger all of a sudden, like a rock. Oh my god. I usually have snacks. But today I don't. I just have a pencil case. So I try to keep gloves and cutters on me, because you never know. A lot of the plants that I grow is just from finding interesting plants that are out and about and grabbing some cuttings. Obviously not in nature preserves. Highly illegal. Okay. Thank you, Nasaya. How have you been today? The flower, you're looking for the name of it. I can't believe that's an orchid. That's wild. That is wild. In the middle of a lawn like that. And we do have the Chinese orchid, it's usually called here, growing in mulch. You'll see a big green notch. Kind of at first looks like a baby coconut, like an aborted coconut. And then it just slowly turns into this weird air plant orchid thing. I think they're beautiful, but they're pain. And but diversity, I always like to flatten the flowers of them because they are a nuisance. They are really pretty. But I can't believe those are orchids, the lady trusses. And thank you so much for IDing that. And out here there's no cell phone service unless you're like connected to a Wi-Fi network. So I wasn't able to tell out and about. Lens usually is quite good. A few years ago I tried using Lens to ID some plants and it wasn't there because now like back last time I was using it heavily for plant ID was like before you could add keywords to the searches, so I'm able to add Florida to an image search, which is really cool, from the phone. And which, oh my god, it's really impressive, honestly, because there's an app for a while for plant ID, and I can never get it. I'm in Southeast Florida, and if you spend a lot of time looking at field guides, you'll notice that this part is usually excluded completely. And it very interesting climate, and could grow just about everything here. And so I need to put more effort into finding a new guidebook, because there has to be one by now. Green Dean of Eat the Weeds, his book just came out not too long ago, and I'm really aching for a copy. Holy crap. Like, I would sell sold 100%. But I highly recommend Eat the Weeds if you don't already know of Green Dean. Eat the Weeds and other things too. It's a website. I own a channel here on YouTube. The channel's fantastic because you could just blow through all the videos, and they're gorgeous plants. Most of them are deemed as weeds, like you have here. Poor man's pepper. Sure, if I looked a second, there'd be a ton of stuff. Oh yeah, there's some. Why am I having a little flower? I don't really pull flowers unless I'm pressing them or immediately going to use them, but this one's trampled because I really love to see them. Oak leaf fleabane, really, really cool petals, right? They're very interesting. And let's see. Oh, there's some right here. Oh, I can't see it from here. There's Spanish needle after this. The flowers are edible. This one's looking a little sad, and it was very low to the ground. And Church is very efficient at like, I don't know what marking his territory or whatever. So I'm not gonna eat this one. But Spanish needle, and that's like the easiest way to get local pollen. Local pollen. Right now, ragweed is starting to sprout up. Beautiful flowers. Oh my gosh, they're so quaint. They look like little white stars, and yeah, up close they have all kinds of stuff going on inside of them, and really easy to make a tincture. When they start to produce pollen themselves, you could just put them in some vodka and do your research first. But if you take a little bit of that, it'll help boost your. Oh wow. I'm gonna have to pick that because it's gonna get mold. I have to do that now or else I'm gonna forget. Jules of Opar does not mind getting ripped out of the ground and thrown in another pot. It really doesn't. Oh yeah. So good. Jules of Opar. There's some daylily stuck too, I think. Stuff sucks. But Jules of Opar. Hailed as for, I believe, anemia in ancient Chinese medicine, but very popular among herbalists, and it's delicious. It's got these nice crunchy leaves, and the flowers, you can see this one is starting to flower. And I have a few of these little small spiral white blackberry. I still can't get over those. I was just riding my bike to the fence line because pretty much all nature out here that isn't protected is on its way out to make room for developments. Mass housing in the middle of the Florida swamps. It makes no sense. It's like an infestation. And like, none of my business, it's none of my business. None of my business. I can't wait until the dead of summer though. There's so many mosquitoes out here that if you want like that, you've collected like dozens of species. It's at nighttime as soon as the sun goes down, and there's no yards on these poor lots, and it's on top of old farms, which can't imagine anything good leached into the soil. I mean, good for the I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is everything's getting taken out, and all the farms gone. And like when Snappa first got this place, it was all farms. When I moved out 5 years ago, there was like the remnants of an orange farm. Beautiful, man. And cow farm, that's gone. Both of them. One is like mouse housing, and the other is going to be mouse housing. Small. Holy fuck. Things people do to make a buck, like permanent shit. And like if this fails, what is it just gonna be abandoned like mass housing in the middle of the swamps? It just makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. I saw none of my business. I saw this video on YouTube, and it showed the plans that the developers have for Florida with the whole middle of the state lit up. Like, where do the farms go? Not everything could grow up north. I don't get it. Don't get it. It just feels like I'm born and raised. So I've seen a lot of different, I guess, phases in my lifetime, and then of course, like, my parents remember when I-95 was put in, and it's just crazy how much is happening at this very moment. And yeah, I hope the world isn't too too attached to Florida oranges. That's all I can say. Because I don't see how anything's gonna be able to stay with just all these weird cities going in the middle of Florida swamps. Florida is not like Florida is not paradise in the classic sense, meaning like I born and bred here. I cannot handle the Florida sun for very long. I don't know anybody who really can. I mean, there's a lot of tough people out here, but the sun, I just don't understand it. Huge cities, like in the middle of swamps. I don't know. And it's like those 15-minute cities where it's just a bunch of, like, you know, Starbucks. There's, I don't know how many, like, there's I haven't seen a gator in months now. And there used to be multiple in the canal. Like, multiple, all the time. I haven't seen one in months. Not even a turtle. No dead fish or anything like that. And there's tons of fish, tons of plant life in it. And it's just a canal, I call it the Nile. But not a single gator. And I hate to think that, like, they're all being taken out of their habitat. Like, I don't know. It's just sad. I feel like, I don't know if the people are gonna be able to take it. Like, and, like, if the power goes up, like, the water stops. Like, swamp life is pretty intense. But I love it. I wouldn't trade it for a world. I'm so used to, like, I can't handle cold climates. And I made it 3 months in Colorado. That's the longest I could live there because it was just so cold. It was in the negative degrees. Let me tell you something. I showed up wearing tights and suede boots. I had no idea what I was doing. It was the first time I've ever seen snow. And I had a pet rabbit with me. And, yeah, I made it 3 months. And, whew. Like, I was in one area called Manitou. Unfortunately, a lot of it was destroyed from a mudslide. But the lady that was running the hotel, she said it was the coldest night in a century. Everyone was dressed pretty casually, but, like, nobody was out. Nobody was out. The streets were dead. I saw maybe 1 or 2 people walking around. And, yeah. This place was wild. It was Colorado Springs. Loved it. Loved it. The rent was incredible. All in Victorian houses, too. Very cool place. And, right near a bunch of other cool places. There was one bus to get to all kinds of nifty little spots. And, yeah. For some reason they had a, how do you say, like an orphan problem. It was really sad. Like dozens, probably about 100 kids. All look under the age of 18. Young ones, older ones, it was insane. In the park, freezing. There was nobody out, and it was freezing, absolutely freezing. And the first person that I talked to was the cab driver getting to the little part of where I was staying, and she's like, yeah, you smoke cigarettes? If you smoke cigarettes, don't go over near that square because you'll have a bunch of kids asking you for a cigarette. I'm like, what? I used to drink a little beer and a little whiskey back in my day. And so I was in a new place, went grabbed a pack of smokes. This is forever ago. It's like 10 years ago. And I no longer consume alcohol, just water and coffee. Anyway, I had a choice. I couldn't read my own handwriting and I wasn't creating enough. And that's what, if I had any mission on this planet, it's that. Anyway, but I totally forgot. And as soon as I opened this magical box, dozens of literal children walked up asking me for a cigarette. It was nuts. I've never felt so bad in my life. I kindly said no, and was just stood there shocked for a second. But yeah, Colorado Springs. If anybody lived there about 10 years ago and knows about that, what was up with that? Everyone knew about it that I was talking to. And then I got some stories from Colorado. This place was a trip and a half. Because again, I was in there dead of winter. No one was out. The only people that were out were probably very friendly. Like the most friendly, sketchy people I've ever met in my life. And I'm just being honest. It was a dry town. So they didn't sell alcohol or anything at like corner stores or gas stations. It was proper liquor stores. You'd have to get anything. And just very interesting place. If I could handle the cold, or if I knew how to better keep warm, probably would have lasted a lot longer. But one day I was just, yeah, very homesick, and woke up in Florida the next day. But that was a tale for another time. Beautiful though, like hiking everywhere. I remember getting McDonald's. There was a McDonald's right next to a little, it was these kind of like cabins, like one room, hotel rooms that had a kitchen, and they were freestanding. This was really cool. Water didn't get very warm, and the window was frozen, like ice forming. Yeah, Florida, stuff like that doesn't happen at all. Not one bit. Every channel or every other news story was I'm not laughing, but every news channel was like, college kids fall into hibernating bear den. Like a bunch of people just running into them. Because everywhere you could hike, there was so much nature. Kind of rambling right now. I'm very hungry. But when I get this chain done, because after I eat, I want to work on, well, the sun's pretty bad. Really need to get some pictures done. I have, Snapper has some Mexican dream herbs, Zaleas Sakatasushi, so I actually harvested a ton of it and threw it in eBay to have it available. So this is interesting. Herb has a lot of a very nice folk history, and the Chantals, I believe, are who uses it classically for lucid dreaming. I'm sure among other things. Medicinal purposes and stuff like that. But it smells really, really nice. Got seeds for it. It's always seeding. Break it. I haven't broken a single bead yet. They're glass. It's actually pretty easy to do. Ooh, I get cynical when I'm hungry, I think. I need to maybe grab some cured meats. I'm gonna do that. Oh god. I always stand on this. It's very dangerous. not kidding. Stuff is life. Oh, I get sad. Genuinely. So, this is four-side pepperoni. I really like cured meat. Even, like Slim Jims and stuff like that. I know it's gross to some people, but sometimes, like, the heat, between heat or, like, long drives, stuff like that, my stomach just starts turning. I'm always sucking on coffee and I always forget to eat. Medicinal meat, what can I say? But Slim Jims are like $2.50 for one now, and like that's just kind of something I used to grab on the run because lack of other things available. And these guys, huge, $5. So not only is it economical, but it's really good to have if you hike or spend a lot of time outdoors, especially in the heat and the cold. I can imagine because it's so spicy. Pepperoni.
What's that?
Pepperoni.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Connoisseur.
Thank you some?
Hmm?
Thank you it?
No, I got it. I want to find the entrance to that spot.
What spot?
There has to be more entrances. It says use designated entrance.
It's really easy to get to.
I feel like I could get permission to film. It's gonna be gone anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see. Try to get some plants. One reason why it's good to follow development in your area is the nature spots that get bulldozed. That's an insane amount of plants. So like, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask. That's all I can say. And it's not protected land. So collecting plants isn't an issue.
Sorry, do you have a better thing copper to push through these holes? That's why it's not.
I could use a piece that I have make a necklace with it.
There's a peanut in the pond.
A peanut?
It's just a peanut.
Is it alive? I get them to sprout, but squirrels take them. Even if I don't see a squirrel for months, it'll just appear. Unsalted peanuts will sprout. It's in the store.
There's little sponge filters basically. Look, there's different heads. These ones have more holes. Maybe that'd be better just to clog up. Yeah. Sorry. I'll replace the filter.
to make one while sitting awkwardly. Yep. Yes. Oh, it's still passionate. I think it's time for real food. What is this real food? Nut rolls to some. It's so good. It's highly recommend. And lost you a while because you can only eat so much of it. I wash my The duck potato is growing extremely fast. It just appeared one day, but it's edible, so I really want to give it a go. Had a ton of cuttings, and my plan is, I guess, they just take 2 seconds to put together, so I'll probably just wait to put them together last minute. But I have these little cutting kits, and I'm calling them, what is it? Fail-proof, forage-friendly. Shoot, what was it again? Oh yeah, fail-proof, forage-friendly famine gardens, and you would have cassava for your starch, and roots very, very huge. And of course, chia, cherry spinach for greens, mulberry for sugars, which annual, but and I hardly think of course jewels of opar. I need to write it down. But it's a long list of famine foods, and meaning you don't need irrigation. Oh, almost forgot about this. You don't need irrigation, and a lot of them are perennial, especially the chia. The chia, I use it as a spinach substitute, and you just have to boil it because it's like, what is it, tannins? Shoot. Oxalates? Shoot. and leaves. But you just boil it off, and I boil it twice. I boil it, clear the water, and then boil it again. But they keep their shape and really delicious, especially in scrambled eggs or anything.
Chocolate and high protein. What? Where?
Just in the middle of it by the fire pit. Am I hungry? I can no longer focus. I'm afraid that if I leave this stuff out here, it's gonna rain. Because that is music. So, thank you all for joining this very casual Easter craft stream, if you will. Happy Easter. And is there anything I should say? I'm so hungry. Yeah. Never hesitate to reach out for. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I can't see the screen from very far away. And the tiniest little letters. But thank y'all for joining. Canada, holy shit. Holy, that's cold. Oh, my bad. Yeah. I think cold. There's so much you can go in the cold that, like, you would never be able to go here. And,
It's like huge pile of it.
yeah, I think that. Yeah. It's dense, too. Dave Lily, freaking worst plant. This might not be it, but this is another one that's just covers everything, and it's just takes a lot of time, and ends up taking a lot of time to constantly have to uncover stuff. Anyway, happy trails!